Good evening. How are you? I hope you're well. This can be fun. I'm over here, some very remote part of Wyoming, Highway 14, which comes through Ranchester and goes up over the Bighorn Mountains. It's quite the road. Very challenging. You have to bear down on it and focus in, do it right. We're ready for that. Come on along. Let's go truck driving here. All right, we're just coming into Dayton, Wyoming, a little place, and as soon as we get through Dayton, we'll start to climb the Bighorn Mountains in Wyoming. You probably haven't heard of the Bighorn Mountains, maybe. Little kid playing on his bike. Boy, that's scary. All right. Running good. Pretty nice place. Open to Graybull, 14 alternate, open to Lovell. See, and that's us. We're going to take 14A or 14 alternate, I guess, when I get that far. But we got to get up the side of the Bighorn Mountains from this direction. I've been across here in the big truck twice, once in each direction, and it's very challenging road. If you look it up on the map, it says not recommended for trucks. That you can drive a truck across here, but don't. But I need to go this way, and I'm really looking forward to it. Enjoy the challenge, and they burn up a lot of RVs with huge fifth wheels, and people that aren't really used to that big of a hill and that steep, and aren't really expecting what's really out here. And so they got a lot of signs warning people about what's to come. Smoky today, a lot of smoke in the air. I think I don't know, somebody said it's coming from forest fires in Canada. I guess I haven't looked at it. Level 79 miles. Okay, let's climb. We want to focus in and bear down here. Here comes the big Dodge. All right, there he goes. This is looking good. There's a lot of bottom ground here where they grow some grass, some alfalfa, and it's just really fresh evening here. Very nice. I bet the quality of that hay is really good. They grow up here. The smoke let us see good. Yeah, truck's already pulling hard. Got it clear down into 10th gear here, and I haven't even got to the mountains yet. They are really steep though, abrupt. Like from here, when you're looking at it, you're going, there's no way, there's no road here. How in the world am I going to get this truck up that hill? Well, there's a way. I can't see it right now. But we're going to start pulling. We're pulling hard now. We're going to start pulling real hard here in a minute. This is the This side here is not as bad as the other side. The other side's worse, so and more challenging. So we're gonna see it through. Probably get up on top there somewhere and see where I can find a place to get off out of the way. I got an hour and a half available to drive in my logbook, so we'll get off out there somewhere quiet. This is a pretty quiet road, and this, you know, there can be a lot of tourists going to Yellowstone National Park on this road at times, and I don't know, it's kind of an evening where a lot of them have already got where they want to go and set up camp for the night, so I think it's going to be a pretty quiet trip. It says speed limit 40 miles an hour, 1,000 feet ahead. Well, I got it clear to the floor and we're only running 45, so she's pulling hard and steep already. It says the next 9 miles you can only run 40 miles an hour. I'll be lucky if I get it up to 40 miles an hour, honestly. So if you come this way, you really want rigged up well. You got a fifth wheel, you want to really be wise about running it. So you're supposed to be on the lookout for runaway trucks, according to that sign. It's gorgeous though as I get closer. It is just alright, I'm gonna get it in a good gear here to pull. We got to keep everything good and cool. It's 90 degrees out there yet. It's been a hot day and we're pulling hard. I am going to lock up the engine fan solid. Now I've got a fan clutch in here so that the fan freewheels if not needed. It improves fuel mileage quite a bit. But pulling it this hard, the fan is just going to kick in and out all the way to the top of the hill. We're not moving, you know, we're moving 35 here, which is pretty good, but we're not, you know, we're not moving air through the radiator like we're running road speed. And so we need that air in the radiator and in the aftercooler. So we're going to turn the fan on continuous, so it just runs here. Keep the transmission cool, engine cool. The water temperature's sitting at 200 even. 200 even. Fun place to drive truck, I think. Let's see here. I've dropped the water temperature just a little bit now since running the fan on continuous. We're down to about 195. I'm going to grab one gear lower. I want to keep my RPMs up real good because we'll turn the motor a little faster and keep everything moving good. The oil pump and the water pump and the air flowing through the motor coming from the turbo does better if you wind it up just a little bit more. You plug it clear down to nothing, you'll make a lot more heat in that motor. You want to keep the motor wound up a little bit on a real long pull like this. This truck's got an automatic transmission in it, and so I lock it into a gear that I want it to stay in, and then spin the motor a little more, get it up the hill. Probably pull it one more gear. It probably would, but put a lot more heat, motor, and stress on the drivetrain and everything. So we're gonna keep it cool and run it good here. And get it on up the hill. Yeah, I cooled the motor down to about 190 here now, just by running steady with the engine fan. That's better. Curves keep getting tighter here. This is 25 mile an hour speed limit sign now. We just keep tightening up. You really want to have it together out here. You're so far flung, and you know, recovering a truck out of here, even if it just broke it, you know, maybe you didn't wreck it, but you just broke it, blowed up something on it. You need a tow truck. To get a truck out of here is just a lot of money. So having it together, having it in order before you go is a big deal. Wow, this is a steep, woo, and tight curves. So I had the hood open, looking around under the hood, pushed the windows. I spent some time really combing the truck over down there before I start coming up the hill, and you know, I haven't been having any trouble with anything. And so if you got a truck that's giving you some little troubles, you don't take it up here, you get it in order. So this says Bighorn National Forest. It's just really pretty. It's Bighorn Scenic Byway, it says. There's a lot of red in the rocks over here. Travel regulated, field motorized vehicle permitted only. Boy, you can really see off of the side here. Gracious. You know, it's still pretty warm out there, but something about the day ending and the time of day, it just doesn't have that sweltering heat. And the truck's doing real good with the temperatures here. Transmission, temperature, everything looks really good. So there's a place called Burgess Junction. Sign says 20 miles to that. That's where, I believe that's where you break off to either take Shell Canyon, which is 14, or Highway 14A. And right there, just before you get to Burgess Junction, is Medicine Wheel. Maybe you've heard of the Medicine Wheel. I don't know. It's a bunch of rocks that are stacked up in a wheel with spokes and formation. Nobody really knows who built it or put it there. It's kind of interesting. Look over the side of that hill. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Woo. Goodness knows. big old buck deer standing there on the side of the road looking at me. I hope that picked up. The old truck is climbing nice, and I'm noticing the outside air temperatures is falling off a little bit as we climb and as the day ages a little bit. There's another pull out right there. I think this side is a lot more manageable than, you know, climbing this side of the Bighorn Mountains is a lot more manageable than going down the other side. I'm really enjoying it, enjoying the challenge of it, and it's just so wild and woolly out here. Starting to see a lot of motorcycles on the road. I came from Rapid City earlier today, and of course I came through Sturgis on the interstate. They're really firing that up. That'll be in a couple more weeks here yet, but you can already tell they're getting ready. The Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. So watch for motorcycles. Make sure you look hard. Do a good job with that. Pretty fun. We're likely to see a moose or two up here. We saw that buck deer back over there. He was gorgeous. See if we can find us a moose or a bear even. Not, you won't see a bear too often, but wow. We'll see a few. This truck driver and I came up here last fall, took a long weekend, and here's another truck on the side. He's waving to me. Over that pull out. A lot of pull outs to stop and look. Nobody is out here though. For the most part, we're enjoying it by ourselves. I was concerned about you know, motorhomes and people, tourists going to Yellowstone, coming this way, stopping in the middle of the road or something, take pictures. Like, you know, they can sometimes, but that ain't the case today. We're really enjoying it. But this truck driver and I, we'd come up here in our old pickup and last fall, and we took a long weekend and went driving around up in here and some Jeep trails and roads. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. But wish she was along. Called Sand Turn. Boy, can you see too. Woo. Look at this place. He's got the hood up. I hope they're seeing it through in good shape. We are starting to get up near the top here. It's a big country. Taken you a lot of different places if you've been following along some of my videos, but I have never taken you along up this road here. So I've taken you up the other side of the 14A, but I'll take you down it this time. That'll be the video I make on the way down tomorrow. You'll want to see that. Real serious. Goodness knows. Something going on up here. It says wreck ahead. That doesn't sound good. It says there's a flag man up here. So let's see what's going on up here. That sounds bad. There's a wreck on this road. See what they do with me here. There's people waving a sign. They're telling me to keep going. Ooh, they had a truck wreck. Alright. They're waving at me to go. It says slow. But if you look over here, there's a wrecker. Cab tore off. Goodness knows. Somebody got killed in that, I suppose? Hope not, but sure didn't look good, I'll tell you what. Looks like this is where the wreck was. They're pulling all the aluminum out, it burned. No, there's the load. They lost the whole load in the ditch there. You see these black marks coming off here? Got away from him. It's for real. It's a for real hill. Got out. Yep. That's too bad. That's hard to see. Cab was tore clear off that truck. I don't know, boys. Got away from him somehow. That'll leave you quiet. Hauled up. I don't really know what went wrong there. I suppose you could lose a drive shaft. Your jake ain't working no more because it works through the drivetrain. That'd do it. That'd bring it along anyway. Just not get it in the right gear. Maybe not enough experience. I don't know. I hope. Mechanical problems can take you out. You never know what really caused all of that, but you parks right here too, huh? Wonder if he was fighting it from here. It's terrible. Water temperature cooled down to about 180 now, but the temperature outside has dropped clear down to 80 degrees. So things are going real well. Parking area, it says here. Thought about pulling in there, take my 10-hour break. Maybe. Should. I'm hoping there'll be something a little further on up the road though. At least get you to the top of the hill here. To try to keep the brakes cool when I'm coming off of the hill, and you know, if I lose my drivetrain, my brakes are cool, well then I can shut the truck down and stop. So keeping your brakes cool, that's the whole game. That's the whole game. So you got to get it in gear that your Jake will hold it in without using your brakes. So you get impatient, you start kind of going just a little bit faster than your engine brake will hold it back, and you start kind of adding your brakes in there, get them hot, and then you have a mechanical failure of some kind. Your brakes are already hot, now you're in trouble. So keeping your brakes cool is the whole game. It's just a real serious game. Focus in, bear down, and then, you know, get a lot of experience before you try doing something like this. This is a big hill. This is a big hill. Definitely leave you sober and quiet. It goes from pretty to terrifying real quick. I got the tack running about 1800 here. So this motor, you know, that these big diesel motors, that's a lot of them only turn about 2000 or 2100 like that. This one's set clear down to an 1800 RPM motor, so I've got her spinning real good, and that helps keep everything cool, keeps it moving, keeps the air moving through the motor. I'm not just lugging the guts out of it. I'm working it nice in a way that it can live good. That's kind of critical. All right, we're on top. We're on the Bighorn Mountains in Wyoming against the Montana borders. Not very far to Montana, about 10 miles, I guess, if you could, 15 miles maybe, if you could, the way a bird would fly, just right over there. So, there's Smokey the bear. Alright, let's see here. It says parking area. Well, I'm going to park up here somewhere, one of them kind of areas, but that one looks pretty good too. Alright, I'll catch up with you tomorrow morning before I come off the other side. And it is far more challenging than what we just came up. So you're gonna wanna see that. Alright, have a good evening. Bye now.